Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is my first topic video that I'm making myself. Most of what's on my channel are playlists of other health topics, but this is the first time that I'm making one. This is my particular page, karabi.net/hpe_wellness.html. And when you go to it, the actual main page is karabi.net/hpe. And then you click, well, I'll just show you, karabi.net/hpe.html, and it gives you all of these other topic boxes to be able to click on in order to navigate around different places you need. We're going to be focusing on health education today, and the unit that we're looking at is wellness and core concepts. This is going to be a pretty short video talking about part of the slideshow right here, PISES, Health and Wellness. And this is a review for class for students that need it. The one thing I'm going to say right off the bat is that this is not a concept that I've come up with. This is a concept that's shared by many university settings around the country. There are examples here from Clarion University, Northwest Missouri State, and Princeton University, among others. And these are publicly accessible. This isn't anything private. So let's start the slideshow and see if I can explain the first portion of this introductory unit for my health education course at the Arts Academy of Benjamin Rush. This is being recorded in the fall of 2019 for the 2019-2020 school year. So the definition of health, if this was in class, you brainstormed it first and then we talked about it, but the definition of health is being free from disease, generally just speaking about physical things, whereas wellness is being optimum health in all areas. So what are all of the areas? PISES is the acronym that we like to use. It's physical, intellectual, social, emotional, and spiritual. You will also see other words as well. And this is what it basically looks like. It's a wellness wheel where all 5 parts interact together. So here it is, the working together example that I would be going a little bit more time on if this was in class, but right now we're just speeding through it. The wellness wheel is like a puzzle, and you want to be healthy in all 5 of the areas. If you remove the puzzle pieces, like a piece of the pie, you can't just be healthy physically. In reality, you want to be able to be healthy in all 5 areas: physical, intellectual, social, emotional, and the spiritual section. So in order to do that, you can be more healthy as a person. So health is just being free from disease, so just the physical. But wellness is being healthy in all of the areas. This short video will talk about the order of importance. It's debatable on which area is most important, but that's why it's a wheel. Old health textbooks will have a triangle, and that'll indicate that there's one foundation and 2 things that come off of that. And people argue that the triangle can be flipped so that anything's the foundation, and that's not wrong, but it's more like a wheel. It can be turned so that anything that you think is important can be placed on the bottom as the foundation, and it can be built on like that. There are also other areas of wellness. You'll see these in the other wellness wheels from Princeton and Missouri and the other sites that if you go and Google it, you'll see that you can be educationally intelligent and educational health, environmental health, occupational health, and financial health. And so those are 4 additional areas that people can also talk about. For the purpose of this class, we will most often focus on PISES. I also want to take a minute to apologize for any mispronunciation. I'm trying to talk this through fast so it's not a long video. This is my first time, so rather than spending a lot of time editing and making it perfect, I'm just putting it out there as if I'm talking to you directly, and I hope that that's okay with you. Here are the basic definitions. So physical is your body. It's what you can see and what you can touch. Intellectual health is also referred to as mental health sometimes, relates to your mind, your thoughts, thinking process, learning, knowledge, and intelligences. We'll talk about multiple intelligences at a future video and future lesson. This is arguably the one we take for granted the most, whereas physical health is arguably the one that we spend the most amount of time on. Okay. The first S stands for social. That basically means relationships and group interactions and how to act in different situations. It's different. How you act at a football game is different than how you act at a golf match. How you act in Walmart might be different than how you act at a concert. So I don't know. These are different examples. It's arguably the most visual because our behaviors and interactions with people oftentimes make people assume that we are a certain way or act a certain way. Emotional health is how you express your feelings, cope with life's difficulties. Excuse me. I'm just going to keep that on there. Manage stress, your sense of self, and it's arguably the most important. It's arguably the most important because it's probably the one that young people have the hardest time dealing with and understanding. Finally, there's spiritual health, and that means values, morals, beliefs, what's right and wrong in different situations. Students that identify as atheists in the past, they oftentimes change this word spiritual to ethical or moral. They use the term moral that's right here, and they make it the word. But if you look at the different university settings that I referenced, they all use the word spiritual. It's arguably the most dangerous, and why we'll get into at a different day. Why is it arguably the most dangerous? We'll get into on another day.